If you want to read the current dashas that you are in right in your life, basis which dasha you are in, irrespective of what your ascendant is, then this is the right video for you. Hello, namaskar and adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel, Astro Assurance. Today I am going to talk about how the different dasha periods for you. For instance, if you are in the Rahu Dasha or a Venus Dasha or a Saturn Dasha, whichever Dasha you may be in, based on the current transits of Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter and Saturn, what could be the most probable, most potential results that could avail to you or come to you, irrespective of what your actual placements are, because the same transits are applicable to everybody. Rahu is transiting through Pisces, Ketu is transiting through Virgo, Saturn is transiting through Aquarius, and Jupiter will be transiting in 3 months time, or say roughly 3.5 months time, into the sign of Taurus in May, and it is going to remain there throughout the year. So basis these transits and whichever dasha you are in, applicable to that, what could be the results coming to you. So let's jump into that one after the other. But before that, my friends, message to you, and this is to each one of us who is chasing some goal in life. Somebody is chasing a high education, somebody is chasing business proposal, somebody is chasing love or a relationship, somebody is chasing health goals, trying to lose weight or whatever. Try and choose worthy goals which are right for you. Don't try and choose goals which may seem to be right on the surface, but they may not have too much in it for you. For instance, I have this family friend of mine, of entire family that I know. I knew most of the members and most of them are in touch with me also. So the daughter of this family, she calls me, and so the family members, the mother and the father, were telling me from some time, daughter seems to be very disturbed. She's studying abroad. She's come for a break and she's not in a good place and all. And she was literally sobbing. So I don't want to get into names, so I keep people's privacy. But she was literally sobbing for her boyfriend leaving her and not being with her and all that. So I asked her, why are you crying and sobbing for that guy so much? She said, because I truly love him and all that. So I told her, see, remember, this is my funda which I followed all my life, and I think this is a very, very good funda. It was told to be by my dad, and it's been said many times by many wise people also. My dad was also a wise man. So the wisdom is that try and be with somebody that they love you more than you being in love with the person. The simple reason being is that and I've said this in my earlier video also, that if the person truly loves you, then the person is invested in you, will make sacrifices for you, compromises for you, will do things for you. On the other hand, you love somebody and the other person doesn't seem to be too interested in you, and even if they agree to be with you for whatever reason, you are putting in all the effort, the other person doesn't love you so much, so the effort, the compromise, the flexibility doesn't come out of love. They may be seeing an opportunity or something, oh, maybe good looks good enough. So choose your goals if they should be worthy. So having said that, let's jump in and see what are the worthy goals that you can chase in this year. What are the worthy potential that you can look at in this year for different people who are going through different dasha periods, irrespective of your ascendant. Now, for those people who are in their Rahu Dasha, for those people who are in their Rahu Dasha, you will find that Rahu, I'm taking the Aries rising sign as just a template, so don't worry too much about it. This is easier to explain for everybody, and this is the Kalpurush Kundli also, so it's easier, so I'm using that. However, whatever your rising sign will be, it will be applicable to you. So for Rahu people, or those people who are going through Rahu Dasha, you see that Rahu is transiting through the Pisces sign, which is the Kalpurush's 12th house. Saturn is transiting through the Aquarius sign. Jupiter in 3 months, roughly over 3 months, will be moving into the Taurus sign, and Ketu will be remaining in the Virgo sign throughout the year. Now, what does this mean? So on the surface, few things seem to be given. Rahu in the Pisces sign. What is the Pisces sign? The Pisces sign is about expenses. It's also about your expenditure. It's also about how you may go about looking at your expenses from a quality of life perspective also. So you need to be careful where you are spending your money. And because it is the Rahu Dasha, the focus and your attention is to acquire. So this year, whoever is in the Rahu Dasha, and this is also for people who have at least 8 months in the Dasha rather than 6 or 7 months. If you are in just 6 and 7 months in one Dasha, then look at both the videos. But if predominantly your year is going to be about at least 8 or more months in the Rahu Dasha, then this is really, only this video is enough for you. So Rahu being in Pisces will be activating those results which are also connected to you being able to either do higher expenses or splurge on expenses which may not really be useful. The other thing, it may attract those people who have a foreign bent of mind. It's either you will want to go to foreign lands to be there. If you are already in foreign lands, it will give you heightened hunger to do better in foreign lands, to move up the ladder, to get a promotion and all that. So the focus and attention will be there. So this will activate those results, but Rahu will also make you take some of the decisions which may not be the best for you. And that's where knowing the Dasha very well is important. Rahu will trigger certain opportunities which sometimes may seem on the surface to be very good, but they may not be good enough. So be careful of what kind of decisions you are taking in this year, irrespective of what your ascendant is. Secondly, Ketu being in the sign of Virgo, the sign of service, while Rahu is in the 12th house, which means if your effort is not in the right direction, if your effort is not in the right career or in the right industry or in the right department, or you're not focusing your attention on the right projects, then Rahu will make you keep putting in effort, but Ketu may not give you the results because Ketu is in the Virgo sign. So you need to choose worthy goals which may be able to give you a better potential, better reward also. Now, Saturn being in the Aquarius sign, remember Aquarius sign is also co-ruled by Rahu along with Saturn, which means the Aquarius sign is also activated because the Rahu Dasha is on. So what is the Aquarius sign? Social causes, social potential, social stigma as well. So you need to be a little careful of who you befriend in this year, because you may end up making friends with somebody who may not be worthy of your friendship, worthy of your attention, and some goals which may not be worthy of your focus and attention also. So be a little careful of who you make friends with, who you go out with, because there is a chance unnecessarily you tarnish your name, tarnish your image in society as well. And because Jupiter will be going into Taurus, the money sign of Taurus, so what is important for you is also to understand that Rahu may also give you heightened expectation from your income perspective. You may want to generate a higher income this year. So be careful of what decisions you take on a career basis, only on the basis of income rather than the overall potential. So to summarize, look at the overall potential this year rather than looking at only I want gains, I want increments, I want promotions, and take a decision after looking at all the pros and cons rather than jumping into something without thinking. Only yesterday there was this lady who called me and she said she had 2 decisions which she had to take last year, and she took the decision for a higher salary rather than something which was more stable. So sometimes we make these decisions, so be careful this year, because the chances that Rahu may give you very good gains this year is very high, but you may make wrong decisions is also very high. Secondly, where is Rahu's attention? Apart from Pisces sign, Rahu's focus is also on the Cancer sign and on the Scorpio sign, which means there is a big chance of a change, a transformation coming into your life. So be ready that when the transformation, when the change comes, you are able to act upon it, or you bring about a change and transformation. If your career is not going anywhere, if your studies are not going anywhere, change the perspective of how you look at things. Other thing is Rahu's focus and attention is through his aspect, and the 5th aspect is on the Cancer sign. So home may be of consequence. So some of you may leave home or get an opportunity of leaving home and going to do something better. Some of you may get married, when because of which the home change may come upon. Some of you may take your job, some of you may go abroad. So the home thing is also coming into the picture, but also investments on home. So be careful where you invest in, where your money is going, because that may also bring about some sort of an impact on how your earning potential goes, how your savings goes, where you're focusing attention on in terms of also assets. Now, for those people who are in the Venus Dasha, so for those people who are in the Venus Dasha, whichever house Venus will be transiting through, Venus will keep transiting every month or so, or maybe slightly more. So, unless it is retrograde. So, the placements are Saturn is in Aquarius, Rahu is in the Pisces sign. I'm using the Aries ascendant, but don't worry, whatever ascendant you are in, I'm just using the Kalpurush Kundi so that it's easier for everybody to understand. Jupiter will be moving into the Taurus sign in roughly about 3.5 months. Is going to remain there for most of the year as well as next year. Ketu is in the Virgo sign. Ketu is aspecting the Taurus sign where Jupiter is placed. So this is important for Venus Dasha people because Ketu is aspecting your money sign of Taurus while Jupiter is getting into it, and Jupiter is the Karaka of the second house, or gives better results in the second house from a Kalpurush Kundi perspective. So irrespective of what your ascendant is, you will also find Jupiter trying to expand your income, increments, getting increments also, and your savings. However, Ketu's ninth Dasha is on Jupiter and the Taurus sign, which means Ketu is saying, if you have not learned the lesson so far, then I'm not going to give you the best of results. So be a little careful where you make your investments, where you try to draw more money from, where you're trying to get more increment from. So higher potential is surely there to be able to get higher income increments and so forth. But Ketu is saying without having a service mindset, without having a contributing mindset, you may not get the best results. So keep this in mind. Other thing is for Venus, for those people who are in the Venus Dasha, Venus also rules the sign of Libra, the sign of relationships. So these things are key for you. Increments, savings, those are key for you, and also relationships. You will find relationships will be under the scanner. Either your personal relationship, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever you are with. Children will also be under the focus. If you are a married person and if you have children between 3 to 4 years, up till 24, 25 years, you will surely find the focus and attention will be on children as well. Children's affairs, children's matters, children's education, children's health, children's investments, and so forth. And in terms of relationship, you'll find your ability to get better results entire year. The better teamwork you do, you may get better results, and Venus will be able to give you much better results on the team perspective. Income may not increase to that potential, to huge potential, because Ketu's aspect is on the Taurus sign. Ketu is negating some of the results. However, whatever effort that you put in this year, whatever focus that you do, whatever foundation that you lay, this year you will get very good results next year. Venus is the planet of wanting to give you. It's like Lakshmi wanting to come into your home, but if you keep taking the right decision, you taking the right steps. So keep this in mind. For those people who are in Venus Dasha, relationships is the key. You may get into relations which may be new relations also, which means meeting new friends who may become better friends or long-term friends. Some of them could become your life partner as well, or your girlfriend or boyfriend also. But relationships are the key. The better teamwork that you do, you will be able to do better. So meeting a number of new people is clearly the potential that Venus is giving you this year, apart from utilizing relationship and increments, money, being able to also invest in some places or in some institutions where you may get good results, and over a period of time you will also be able to save. So try and save some money, something try and put away this year. If you can't put it in the bank, put it into mutual funds or SIPs, systematic investment plans, on whatever, because these things will remain the focus, and these will give you the best results also this year. Now those people who are in this Sun Dasha, this is the important year for those people who are in the Sun Dasha because of two main reasons. One is, if you see, Saturn's aspect will be on the Leo sign, okay? And Saturn's aspect on the Leo sign means while Saturn is in the sign of Aquarius, Saturn can aspect Leo sign even from Gemini sign if it was transiting from there, for instance, okay? Or from Scorpio sign also, if it was a Scorpio, it could have still aspected Leo, but it is aspecting the Leo sign, Sun sign from Aquarius sign. What this means is that Saturn is telling you that if you have worked hard to give back to society for a worthy cause, then I will give you very good results. So this year is a year where you need to focus your attention on some social causes, worthy causes, something larger for society. Aquarius sign is the sign of masses, huge masses, multitudes. This is not 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 people. This is like multitudes of people. So Saturn is saying so for example, people working like in PETA organization, large organization for social causes. These people work for thousands and thousands and much bigger numbers than thousands. Maybe they look at millions. So Saturn is saying this year is to focus your attention on some social causes, worthy causes, larger causes. Look at and try and look at a larger cause in your life rather than some smaller causes. Also look at bigger goals in terms of your career also, because Aquarius sign is also the sign of large organization, huge organization. So try and work for a large organization, try and work for a large brand, try and work for a large cause. Also, your attention will many times be sucked up by your social life. Unnecessarily, you may have to run. You will either have to play the role of a sibling or a friend or a family member and keep running to help people in your family, and many times you may not get attention for yourself. You will lose focus on yourself because you're running too much for others and trying to take responsibility for others where others probably have not been as responsible. So you end up taking too much responsibility and focus and attention on others. You lose focus and attention on yourself, your career. So what is happening here? The Leo sign is also the 8th house to the 10th house in the Kalpurush Kundali from the Capricorn sign perspective. So changes in career may also come upon. Some of you may have already also gone through changes lately, maybe starting of January or even starting of last year, maybe December onwards or whatever. So changes in career, changes in how you're looking at career, changes in the place of career, change in the organization, change in the department also. If you are in that flux period, try and go for a much larger organization where you are able to help people or work for a worthy cause, a large cause also. Because Saturn is telling you, if you are doing, then you will get better results. Saturn is giving you an opportunity. Saturn being the Mool Trikona sign, saying if you work for a large cause, worthy cause, work for a large organization, then this is a very good period for you. The other thing is, Saturn is also saying many times your focus and attention may be on children. Your children, somebody else's children, and romance is the year that you need to focus and attention on, but be very careful. Saturn is a wise person. Saturn is an older person. Saturn is not a young person. So try and be with somebody who's very mature, very wise, rather than somebody who maybe your age or whatever, your choice, but try and be with somebody who's more mature and wise rather than who are very flippant or very flamboyant, because then you may get into tougher results. Also, because one of the key areas for people with Sun Dasha is going to be, you will take unnecessary responsibility and accountability for other people's actions also. Many times you may be at the receiving end. So take responsibility for your life. Take accountability for your own life. Don't run around other people so much. Look at your life. This is going to be a very important year for you. This year will change your complete perspective on your life. You may change how you look at romance. 5th house in the Kalpurush Kundali is getting activated. So relationships are getting activated. Children's affairs are getting activated. Social life is getting activated. Friends are getting activated. Wise people, those people more mature, are getting activated, and working for a worthy cause is getting activated. So for people who are in the Sun Dasha, the year is cut out for you. Take responsibility for yourself. Look at larger goals, much bigger goals. Try and do something for the society. Saturn's transiting through Aquarius, looking at your sign. So if you do that, this can be a very fruitful year for you. Now for those people who are in their Moon Dasha, you will see that Rahu is aspecting your Cancer sign, and Cancer sign is a sign ruled by the Moon. So it's only Rahu's aspect which is on the Cancer sign. However, what is more important is see where Moon is placed in your horoscope. So that is surely there. That will also play its part. But majorly I'm using the Aries sign because it is more to use it as a template rather than you are in this rising sign. So I'm using this as a template. It is also the Kalpurush Kundi. Doesn't mean that everybody, each one of you are in the Aries rising sign. But this will give you a chance to be able to understand this template better because the Kalpurush Kundi's results also come upon you. So Rahu's aspect and the fifth aspect on Cancer sign while being in the Pisces sign, which means that Rahu may give you a tendency to focus more attention on the home affairs, on the domestic life. So some of you may either get into a relationship where you may want to solidify or fructify the relationship, take it long term. So some of you may want to marry, settle down. Some of you may want to move into a new home, looking at new home. Some of you may want to purchase a new home or do up the new home. So some aspect of home, domestic life, partner, married life will come into the picture. Some of you may focus your attention on home, saying that, okay, I'm not getting enough from my relationship. I don't have the peace. I don't have the tranquility. I don't have the happiness. What am I doing here? What am I doing in this relationship? Or what am I doing with this person? So that tendency is also there. But in that tendency, you may also take wrong decisions, emotional decisions, because Moon Dasha is on, and Rahu's attention with his fifth aspect is to gain emotionally from your domestic life, emotionally from your partner, emotionally from your work, emotionally from where you're contributing, emotionally from your friends also. So anything which is not appealing to you emotionally, you may either not invest in it, or you may not see the potential in it, or you may ignore it, or you may not give it due attention, because of which then there may be further challenges which may come in your life, in your married life, in your friendships, and so forth. So don't be overly emotional this year. Rahu will keep giving you the tendency, Rahu will keep giving you the focus and give you false hopes also, false directions also, mislead you also. So be very careful of what emotional decision you take, especially who you're ending up in a married life with or who you'll end up going further. So this is surely a potential which is given to you from an emotional perspective. Be really careful. Second is about assets. Cancer sign is also about assets. Be careful where you are investing money, but it will give you an opportunity. Rahu will give you an opportunity, but what will happen, the tendency that you may splurge more money or give more money than what is due. So if you're purchasing a house, be careful that you will end up paying slightly more than what it is due, than what it is worth. Same thing for any domestic appliances or for a holiday. This will also give a tendency for people who are in foreign lands wanting to purchase property back in their hometowns, or maybe in a place where they are living even abroad. So they may want to also purchase. So there, be a little careful. If you are not in the particular city and you're trying to invest in something which is far away from you, then double check the papers before you make those decisions. And if you're moving into a new place, don't blindly trust the place that you're going to. Blindly trust the new home which is waiting for you. Do your due diligence. Many people go to foreign lands, they think the place is good, they have checked on the internet. When they go there, they find scenario has changed. So be a little careful when you're looking at going abroad, or moving into another city also, even if not abroad. And also from your assets perspective and your emotional perspective. So this is a key here from an emotional point of view. There will be lots of ups and downs. There may be times where you feel completely down and out. At other times you may be very exuberant. So be very careful how the decision you take, because it's going to be emotional roller coaster surely this year for you. Now for those people who are in the Mars Dasha, you will see that when Jupiter transits into your Taurus sign in 3 months, Jupiter is going to aspect the Scorpio sign in the 8th house, and Saturn will be continuing to aspect it Aries sign throughout the year. So for those people who are in Mars Dasha through the year, especially if you're spending more than 8 months in the Dasha, then it becomes important. If you're spending 6.5 to 7 months in a certain Dasha, then you have to look at the videos for both those planets. But if you're spending more than 7.5, 8 months, 9 months more in the Mars Dasha, then this video is enough for you. This is an important video for you. So what this means is Jupiter is going to try and be protective of sudden challenges, sudden problems, sudden opportunities which may come by for you. However, the other thing is also, if Jupiter is retrograde or combusted or debilitated in your horoscope, then Jupiter will also force a transformation. It may not be a bad transformation, bad change, but will bring about situations where you have to change, or you will look at change, or you will either start thinking about, am I doing the right thing in this relationship, in this partnership, in this job, in the career that I'm in. But on the other hand, with Saturn's aspect continuing to be on Aries, you will find Saturn is asking you to slow down and rethink and reconsider, because Saturn gets debilitated in the Aries sign and Saturn is aspecting it. So number of results in your life where you're putting a lot of effort, you will find that they don't come by in the time that you think they should come by, in the period. So if you're thinking this should be done in a one and a half months period, you will see it takes 3 months, 4 months, 5 months also. Some of those things may not even get done this year. So choose very wisely where you're focusing your attention in terms of goals, big goals, life goals, problem solving goals that you're looking at. So if you have been having problems in your career and you think, if I make a change this year, move to a better job, better organization, then the problems are solved. Whichever opportunity comes by for you, be careful of what opportunity you're going for, because rather than problem solved, it may be a larger problem. So Saturn is telling you, be careful of what changes you make or bring about changes, because Jupiter's aspect is on the Scorpio sign. It is forcing a transformation, a change, but trying to tell you that I'll give you a better change if you are wise, if you take educated decisions, what Jupiter represents. Saturn is saying, if you have not put hard work, done your due diligence, then you may not get the best results. So those people who are in Mars Dasha, this is the template for you. Anything that you're trying to solve or change or transform this year, be very careful of where you take a decision. Look at it long term. Don't look at it short term, that I'm getting more money out of this, so currently I'll go for this. Don't look at it from that perspective. Second thing, very, very important for you, is when the transformation is coming, especially which is connected to career or larger decision that you're taking, this may change the entire perspective of life itself. It may take you on a different tangent because of Saturn's aspect on Aries, which means you may make one decision that you'll find it is then triggering a number of other decisions. For example, you make a career decision and you join an organization, you will find that that decision will affect a lot of other decisions in your life. For example, it may affect your health for good or the bad. It may affect your relationship. Either you are able to give more time to your relationship, or you are able to give less time to a relationship. Some of you may have to move out of the country or the city, because of which your relationship is now under some strain. So you will find a number of areas of your life may be transformed or changed because of that one major decision. Anyways, it is going to be throughout the year. So any decision that you take in terms of a career, changing big changes in terms of studies, in terms of movement to different departments, taking a promotion, changing your job, changing industry, changing your relationship, moving into new house, be very careful, do your due diligence, because the transformation is surely upon them. And some of the things may seem to be stuck in the first 5-6 months. You'll feel I'm stuck, things are not going anywhere, but you will find over a period of time, things will slowly, as long as you keep putting in effort, they will come easy for you. Now, for those people who are in the Jupiter Dasha, you will find that in 3 months time, roughly over 3 months time, Jupiter is moving into the money sign of Taurus. So this is a good news for you, because Jupiter in the Jupiter Dasha going into Taurus, which in the Kalpurush Kundli is also the Karaka of Jupiter, is the Karaka of the second house, which means Jupiter is giving you a chance to expand your income, increase your income, and also give you an opportunity to take decisions towards that. However, keep in mind that Jupiter rules the Sagittarius sign, so that is going to be surely activated, and Rahu is transiting through your Pisces sign, which means Jupiter will give you enhanced income or try to give you enhanced income, but it will also give you maybe enhanced expenses, sudden expenses coming out of nowhere. So be careful of not splurging too much money on something which you are not able to justify later on, especially in the Jupiter Dasha. Irrespective of whatever your ascendant will be, this is applicable to you, because we are looking at it from a sign perspective rather than look at an ascendant perspective, not from a rising ascendant perspective. So whichever signs planets are placed, we are looking at those from a Dasha perspective, because those will be getting activated, and the rulership of whichever sign the planet rules, those will get activated. So if you are in Jupiter Dasha, irrespective of whatever ascendant you will be, Sagittarius sign will be activated, Pisces sign will be activated. Whichever sign Jupiter is aspecting in its current transit, which will happen, for example, in Taurus in a few months, those will surely get activated. Of course, those areas will also get activated which are in your natal horoscope as well. but these transits will also act upon. So 60 to 70% surely you can see that these results will be telling upon you, will come by for you, combining with the placements in your natal chart. So Jupiter's aspect is going to be on Ketu in the 6th house of service, which means the service is getting activated, and because Jupiter rules the Pisces sign, then it is also possible, especially if Rahu is getting establishing any relationship with your 12th house or with your 10th house in your career, in your natal chart, then your career may also move towards a direction where you work in a foreign land or work with foreign consultants, foreign companies, or even go abroad. So that is getting activated, and a change. One big long distance travel is also getting activated in the Jupiter Dasha this year, because Jupiter is also the ruler of the Sagittarius sign, and right now Rahu is transiting through the Pisces sign and will remain yet till next year. So one long distance travel is getting activated. Secondly, Jupiter is also aspecting the Scorpio sign. So there is a activation of a change through a transformation. Transformation may also come by for you, and it may also be career, because Jupiter's 9th aspect is on the Capricorn sign. In 3 months it is going to be on Capricorn sign. So career may be getting activated. A change and transformation in your career may also get activated, especially because Jupiter is also aspecting Ketu in the sign of Virgo, which is the 6th house of the Kalpurush Kundi. So Ketu is trying to bring about a change in the status quo, and Jupiter is enhancing a better development in the change. So whichever change Ketu is activating, Ketu doesn't allow the status quo to remain for long. Jupiter is giving you an opportunity for the change to be a better change, a transformation connected to your career, which will enhance your income, which may also be connected to foreign lands, foreign companies. So in this year, for people who are in Jupiter Dasha, a number of good things are happening for you. You may have a career change or an opportunity surely of career change, but enhanced income, you need to be careful there. But surely an opportunity of also looking at a better change this year than ever. And second, increments, banking, your bank balance going up, your money going up. So those focus and attention will also be there. And change and transformation. So Jupiter is also protecting you of change and transformation in the wrong direction, but also helping the right change and transformation, which means Jupiter is saying, I'm giving you an opportunity. Now it's up to you how you take the opportunity for change, transformation in your career, in your relationship, in how you're looking at money, how you're looking at investment. So this is surely a year with Jupiter, for those people who are in the Jupiter Dasha, a well laid out Dasha for you, as long as you make the right decisions. So now for those people who are in their Saturn Dasha, irrespective of whatever rising sign you may be, we are taking the template to be Aries ascendant, but we are looking at the science perspective, not the horoscope from Aries rising sign. So the signs will be activated wherever Saturn is aspecting whichever sign, those will be activated irrespective of your ascendant. So this is more applicable for all those people who are in Saturn Dasha irrespective of your rising sign. So if you are in a Saturn Dasha, Saturn is transiting through its Mool Trikona sign of Aquarius and aspecting the Aries sign, which it also, where it gets debilitated, aspecting the Leo sign, slowing down but also giving opportunity for leadership, for responsibility, changes related to children, career, and also aspecting Scorpio sign, which is also the sign of transformation, change. So on one side, Saturn place in Aquarius sign is telling you, allowing you changes in your career, or to do something for a bigger brand, and to do something for the social causes, or at least the opportunity will be for that decision to be something which changes the trajectory of your life also, because Saturn is aspecting the Aries sign. So Saturn may also bring about changes, especially if it's the Saturn Dasha, if you have worked hard so far. So this year, when Jupiter will be transiting away from the Aries sign, leaving the Aries sign alone in about 3 months time, and Saturn will have a field day, complete control of the Aries sign where it gets debilitated. So it may also bring about an opportunity of a change which may be life changing for you, especially because Saturn is also aspecting the Scorpio sign, which means Saturn is saying, I'm allowing a transformation, but it is also protecting you. Saturn does better in the Dusthanas because it is the Karaka of the Dusthana, especially Scorpio sign and the Pisces sign, by virtue of their connection to the 8th and the 12th house. But it is also protective. But it is also saying a transformation which could change life also, especially because Saturn is also aspecting the Leo sign, which is the 8th to the 10th house. So career changes may also come about, and socially changes may come about. because Saturn is transiting through the 11th house of the Kalpurush Kundli, but the Aquarius sign of larger master society. So some of you may make new connections, some of you may make connections of friendships with older people, wiser people. Some of them may come forward to give you advice also, to also help you. So don't unnecessarily suspect if older people are trying to help you or trying to align with you. Look at deeply what they are trying to advise, or at least look at their advice also, rather than just chuck it aside thinking, yeah, you're too old, what do you know? So Saturn is giving you that perspective, helping you, or older friends, elder siblings also being more supportive for you. You'll find that you keep getting connected for some reason or the other to older people or older friends also. This is surely activated. Children's affairs may be of consequence or essence for you. Love and romance, because of Leo sign being there. But what Saturn is also saying is you have to take responsibility with accountability for a large social cause, but also your love life, for your romantic life. If you're not doing that, then Saturn may also bring about a change or a transformation, protective one. So Saturn may also give you an opportunity of a change to get into a better relationship. But you need to understand that if you are too flippant, flamboyant, and you chase things which are more good looking on the surface rather than worthy causes, then you will be the one to blame rather than anybody else. So change in terms of a career, romance, children's affairs, doing something for large organization, doing for large causes is in lieu for all those people who are going through the Saturn Dasha. Now, for those people who are in the Ketu Dasha, irrespective of whatever your rising sign will be, we are looking at the Dasha from a science perspective. Whichever your rising sign will be, Saturn is in your Aquarius sign, Jupiter will be transiting into your Taurus sign in 3 months' time. Rahu will remain in Pisces, Ketu will remain in Virgo throughout the year. So, these perspective from a sign perspective will be applicable for you. So 60 to 70% of these will come by for you. The rest of the 30-40 will be basis where your planetary placements are in your natal chart. They will also bring about an effect. So in general, what is the DNA? What is the potential that Ketu is giving you in its Dasha this year? So Ketu is placed in the Virgo sign, which is also the 6th house of the Kalpurush Kundli, but it is also the Bhrigu Bhava and Virgo sign. So irrespective of your rising sign, service is getting activated. Health is getting activated. So Ketu is saying health may be a key area for you this year. If you're not careful of your health, if you're not careful of your diet, if you're not careful of your lifestyle, then Ketu may trigger some chronic ailment which will later on become more troubling for you. It's not something serious I'm saying. This is generic general protection, but it will create a chronic ailment because of which you may trigger certain things, because of which chronic thing may get triggered. The other thing is Ketu will be aspecting Jupiter in a few months, 3 months time in the sign of Taurus with his 9th aspect, and Jupiter will be aspecting Ketu back with his 5th aspect. So which means Jupiter is moving into the money sign of Taurus and activating better money, better increment this year. However, Ketu is saying no, not so soon. Ketu is saying that I will allow you to expand your earning if you have had a service mindset. If you have served, if you have really worked hard, then I will allow the change. Ketu is the Karaka of change. Ketu is the Karaka of transformation, also co-ruling the Scorpio sign along with Mars. So it wants you to bring about a change. So in its Dasha, it will make changes. That's why people who are doing very well in career suddenly will find changes in their career. And Ketu will also be a negator, will punish you. That's why people dread Ketu Dasha. I'm in the Ketu Dasha and this is going to happen, that is going to happen. Things may happen if you have not learned the lesson. And if you're not transformed in time, then Ketu will bring about the transformation. So this is surely there. So Jupiter is trying to enhance your income, give you better income, but Ketu is saying if you have really worked hard for it and if you've put in you've bent your back, then I'll give you the result. If not, throughout this year, you will find you'll have to continue to work hard. You will have to chase hard work, chase projects, chase managers, chase your fellow colleagues to be able to get good results. So surely opportunity of better increment is also there, but also to be able to do it with the right service mindset. Don't just go for a new role being given to you or new career break given to you only from money. Also say, can I contribute? Can I learn? Can I grow? Go with that mindset and it is good for you. Other thing is Ketu's 5th aspect is going to be on the Capricorn sign. Capricorn sign is the sign of your karma, which means your karma is also getting activated. I've also done a video on how Rahu's and Saturn's pincer movement is also activating certain results for you. Also, please do see the video. But Ketu's 5th aspect on your Capricorn sign means Ketu is saying if you've done really well in your in your life so far, you have done the right karma, then I'm going to reward you. So this year could also be a year of reward, not only challenges. And there could be one change in your career or one opportunity surely coming by for you. Ketu will give you an opportunity. I'm not saying you make the opportunity or take the opportunity or you change your job, but Ketu is giving you an opportunity, but do your due diligence, because Ketu says change will come to you, opportunity will come by for you, but if you've worked hard for it, if you're really deserving of that, fantastic results will come by to you in your career, in your karma, in your actions. If not, then Ketu being in the Virgo sign, Bhrigu Bhava will make you pay if you have not taken the right decisions, you have not worked in your work, in your job with the right mindset, with the service mindset of only taking, then Ketu will surely punish you. So overall, for people, those who are in the Ketu Dasha, because Rahu is also in the Pisces sign, so this entire axis gets activated. Money, increments, changes in your career, focusing on health, and also not being too flamboyant about the career changes is important, but also helping others, doing your karma for others without looking at for reward, because Ketu is about not looking for reward, doing for others, not wanting anything else, because Ketu has already been there, done that. So always through this year, keep a mindset of contributing, helping others. You will find that Ketu will give you far better results this year than maybe some other years if you are in a Ketu Dasha. So friends, now that we have seen how the different dashas, all the 9 dashas, whichever dasha you are in will turn out for you. Also do look at where your natal placements are, which is your rising sign, what doshas those planets are placing, because they will also bring in their flavor. They will also bring in their own potential and results. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links below. Till some other time with some other video. This is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off.